Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think you should be able to hear me now. I'm going to just assume that you can hear me. Hopefully, yes, okay. I am not kidding you. There is some kind of curse on anything I do. It doesn't matter if you're talking sound system or anything. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Something says, I don't care what you do. We are not going to let it work. That's the way I feel. I know it seems stupid to think there's some kind of curse, but honestly, I'm beginning to believe it because it was working perfectly. It was working last night. It was working all morning this morning, and it was working right up until, I decided to get ready to go live, and then it quit. It quit like at about a minute before we went live. I know what it is. At least now I have a lot of experience with what's going on. So I know you can't see what I just pulled up on my screen, but it was a routing issue again. And for some reason, and I have no idea why, it lost part of the routing. Oh, I just can't believe it. Let's just go into the first video. I don't even know what to say. Here's just a little bit of information about what's going on this morning. I've told you before that it takes a lot to freeze this pond over. We've been in the teens and single digits overnight. Last night was single digits. But we've been in the teens and 20s for the last several days. And the pond has frozen over. I don't know how thick this is. It looks to be maybe 1 or 2 inches. It's pretty solid, it feels like. I don't know if I'd trust it without busting it. But it looks pretty thick. I would say it's a minimum of 1 inch thick. It might be 2 inches. It's only frozen over solid enough to skate on like twice in the 30 years that we've been here now. Or it's not quite 30 years, 28 years, something like that. But anyway, it is definitely really cold when it does that, because that pond just doesn't freeze. It's deep and it's spring fed. So you can see the frost on the pumpkins out there this morning. It's pretty darn chilly. I'm going to take the old Bobcat sitting way up there and put it in the shed and see if I can work on that electrical issue that's stopping the quick attach from working. So let's go do that. Well, on this very cold morning, I guess the Bobcat had other plans. It's not going to start. This is the very first time it's ever failed to start. It's so cold. I restarted the glow plugs like 6-8 times, I don't know, a bunch of times, and it just wouldn't start. And now the battery's pulled down. And I even tried a little whiff of ether, and that didn't work either. So nothing worked this morning. It's just one of them deals. That's the first time ever that it hasn't started. Bummer, dude. So my plans just changed. I'm sure not going to work on it out here. Too cold. So I'll be in here just organizing and cleaning the shop this morning, which it definitely needs that. Of course, I'm not going to film that. That's boring enough as it is. As I was cleaning up stuff here on the floor, I picked up this muffler that I took off the Kawasaki, and I realized that this came off. And I thought, oh, I'm going to feel really, really stupid if I could have taken this off and cleaned something. But fortunately, that was already clean, so there's nothing on that. And there's nothing inside here. I've taken a look at this, and there's a big baffle all the way across right about here. and on the inside there's a little round hole where the air comes through and then it comes out this. So whatever's broke or clogged or whatever's on the other side of that. So thank goodness I'm not a complete idiot. You know, I didn't even know this hole existed. This was all covered down underneath the machine, so you can't see it, you know. But when it was sitting there on the floor, I saw that and I went, uh-oh, I bet I should have taken that off and maybe could have fixed it, you know, rather than spend $700. But fortunately, there's nothing in there that I can see that should have been fixed. So I guess I at least didn't waste the $700.
Yeah, fortunately and unfortunately. And yeah, you said mute my mic. I think I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's really hard to understand what's going on here with the sound system. I really did think I got it figured out. I really did. I really thought I didn't expect any trouble today at all. That shows to go you. Anyway, here's a video about the sound system for what it's worth. But at least you'll have a little sympathy after you watch this, I hope.
I don't know if this will come across this way or not, but I thought I'd show you how complicated this is. This is the routing over here. This, as far as I can tell down here, is this thing I'm moving right here is the microphones. There's one, actually it says here AUX 0, 1, and then 2 through 7. So that's 8 microphones. I have the microphones 1 and 2 are routed over to this. And so originally I had the other ones routed up here, but I don't, and that's where these were originally routed to, up here. But now I'm thinking I need to route them over here. But I just wanted to show you how complicated things are. Like if I move this, watch what happens on this screen. If I move this slider right here with my mouse, watch over here, you'll see stuff happen. See, it's like something pops up and then it just goes away. And then, you know, same thing here. It's very complicated. It's hard to explain how complicated this is. And the instructions that I get do not match this reality. So I'm just guessing on pretty much everything. One of the things that's really complicated about this, I mean, like it's already complicated enough, you understand, but another thing that just makes it that much worse is every time you start it, it looks different. Every time. It's never, ever the same 2 times in a row. Drives me nuts. So here I'm going to start OBS and see how it changes. And I've got to type in my password, so that started whenever I had to reinstall it. When I installed it from the terminal, it starts requesting my password, because everything you do on the terminal requests your password. So that's kind of a pain. Every time I start OBS now, I have to put in my password. Just doesn't quit. It just doesn't. Okay, so that's playing. The mic, you don't see any signal on the mic, which bothers me. But that could just be that, you know, it's on the monitor, so it should show it. It showed it today when I was doing my vlog. It's so frustrating, guys. You just can't imagine how it just changes. Everything changes every single time. It never has 2 things the same, ever. Like, see all of this stuff here? Look at how many of these are behind here. It's just messed up. It's absolutely messed up. It's so complicated. And like it lost all my mic connections here on the left. If you notice, all of these were the mic connections. And they're all gone again. So it's just it's impossible. I mean, it's really just impossible. Well, it's a miracle that finally I got it working again. All 8 mics have been tested. It works perfectly. I'm just showing down here what this looks like. And, you know, all this stuff here. That's the most simplified I've ever had it also, which makes me think it's the best. I'm not sure about these going out, but I think they matter. This is what really matters. This is the mics going into here through the pulse audio. Now the problem is, I'm afraid it's going to go away when I close it. I'm really concerned about that, so I'm going to ask Grok if there's a way to save this configuration before I close it. But right now, for the first time, maybe ever, even when I got it working the other night, it didn't work as well as this. What I mean is, I'm seeing the signal here, I'm hearing it through the speakers, everything's working exactly like I want it to work. So, I don't know. I'm beside myself. I've only been working on it about another 2 hours. You know, I think I spent about 3 hours on it the other night when I finally got it working, and I've spent another 2 hours on it this evening, and now I have it working yet again. Well, just when I thought I had this all figured out, and I tried to save it, of course, there's no way to save it according to this, and according to Grok, that's true. You can't save this. Grok says use this one instead. This one is called QP Graph or something like that. I don't even know what it's called. Let me see if it'll tell me down here if I click on it. QPW Graph. QPW Graph. So anyway, this is basically the very, very same thing as that. I have had to move it all around. It was so messed up, it was hard to find anything, but I got it moved around, and I believe it should work. I'm just going to go on blind dumb faith and close the old one out, and hopefully move that over, start up, well, I think it's already running. I hope this is still working. Check test, it sure is still working. But when I close all of this out, well, I did save this one. So, I mean, this QP graph has been saved in a file, just like it is. So hopefully that'll come back. And now I'm going to go ahead and close everything. And that closed funny. All right, so I'm going to restart everything and see what in the heck happens.
Can you hear me now? I guess you can now because I turned this thing back up, but oh my gosh, this isn't the way it needs to work. So I don't know. There's something really screwed up. I don't even have a clue. Surely it's back now. I see people saying no audio, but surely it's back now. Okay, it's back now. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, guys. Like, All the way through this, all the instructions and things that I found, nobody mentioned the QPW graph. Nobody mentioned that. Not a single thing. Not Grok, not anything. Until I asked Grok that I want to save this configuration, and then it said, well, you'll have to use QPW graph, which is like it's the first time I ever saw it. I'm about to give up because it's not consistent. Every time you shut it down and restart it, something different happens. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Even when you save it as a file, you would think not only would it save all the connections, you would think that, but you would also think it would save the way the screen looks, so that when you come back, the screen would look the same. It doesn't. It may save 99% of the connections, but the screen just goes all in different places. It's just, I really thought I had it figured out. I really expected today that we were going to get on here and we'd have no trouble. That's what I get for thinking. That's all I can say. The sync is out now. Yeah, I see that in my screen too, and I can't imagine why that is either. I just can't imagine. I really can't. I don't know. Let's see. If I I'll turn up. Let's see if this on the fly, if it'll change the sync. Did that change the sync? It might have. I think it did on my end. Well, maybe. I'm trying to decide if I'm ahead or behind. I think my voice is ahead of the video is what it looks like to me. So let me try another one here. Oops, I think I messed up. Is the sync closer? No. Doesn't look like it's closer now either. Let me try it on the other one. I have two options here, and neither one of them seem to be right. Is that better? No, I don't think so. Well, I can't really tell. It's close, I think, but I'm trying. I just can't imagine why I have to have so many problems. I can't tell. If you can tell me the clap is ahead of the motion of the video. Let me try it again and see if I can. I don't know if that worked. Maybe it did. I don't know. I can't catch a break here. Even when as I type, I keep hitting the wrong key or something. I can't win for losing. I just keep making it worse. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just really, really frustrated. I mean, I honestly thought I tested it every way that I could test it, and it was great. I'll tell you one more thing that's happened since I changed over to the QPW routing, whatever you want to call that software. Every time I close this OBS program, this broadcasting program, every time I close it, it hangs and it just freezes. And then it finally closes. So, and the other thing, I'll tell you another thing that happened last night. After hours of working on this, you understand, and I really think I've got it fixed, and it seems to be working perfectly. And I've shut it down and I've started it again. So then I thought, well, I'll shut it all the way down and start it again. and it had a huge buzz in it. It was buzzing like crazy. So then I had to go through there a connection at a time and figure out which connection was buzzing. So I got rid of that. Then I saved all that, and then I tried everything again last night, and everything worked. It's like you get it done, and then it throws one more thing at you. And then, like I thought I had it done again, and then today, now going live, it throws everything at me. It's just like there's no chance. I don't see how anybody could make this work. It's absolutely nuts. I am really bummed about it because I seriously thought I had it whipped, but obviously not. But I think the sync's closer again. Oh my gosh. David Thar says, howdy everybody. My resistance training is going well. I refuse to do any exercise. Joe Cool says, sending you positive vibes. Boy, do I ever need them. Brian Byler, afternoon everyone from Ohio. Wayne Blitz, keep everyone safe. Let's see, Ronald Todd, good afternoon from the West Banks of New Jersey. Wavy Gravy, you all heard of low impact aerobics? Well, I joined no impact aerobics class. We just lay around on the mats and watch an old Jane Fonda workout tape. Pillows and Doritos are optional. Ronald Todd, Jerry, I just finished watching a YouTube video by Rick Beto on tinnitus and musicians. I thought it might be a good listen. Yeah, I might do that. It's really loud. It's even right now, it's really loud. David Tharp, in Jamaica, a piece of pie costs $3.50. In the Bahamas, a piece of pie costs $5.50. These are the pie rates of the Caribbean. Believe it or not, I got that one too. Let's see. Bill Rhodes is there, and then he says, hello, Jerry. Sorry I missed you yesterday. Well, the way things are going right now, I don't see why anybody'd be sorry about missing anything. It's sad, man. I can't believe how this is. I just can't believe it's doing this to me. It's like it's on purpose. It really is. I mean, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you fix it. Well, generally when you fix something, it's fixed. No, not in this case. It's just aggravating. Doctor's appointment for Dottie. Well, hope that goes well. Timothy Werblow, good afternoon from the home of NCAA football champs, Indiana. Cool. Bill, see, Ronald Todd's there. Bill Webb says, good afternoon. Brian Biscup from Elgin, Illinois. Bruce Decker, greetings from Chile, Central Florida. David Tharp, I asked my wife what she wanted for her birthday. She said nothing would make me happier than a pair of diamond earrings, so I got her nothing. Well, that's what she asked for. Gino Hitch says, another cold one here in Monroe, Ohio. Yeah, well, it was really cold here this morning, but it's warmed up. It's like the sun's out. I think it's in the 40s now, so I'm going to go down there and get that Bobcat started, pull it into the shop at least so I can keep it a little warmer, or I can start testing that electrical mess. Then I'll skip all these and go down here. It says way out of sync. Yeah. Bummer. Yeah. Hugh O'Connor says Bob is getting his own back. Yeah, he might be. Bruce Ducker says mute your mic. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on. I just don't get it. Nothing's working right. You know, on those programs, it's hard to, I don't like to complain about it because they're free. But you would think if you took the time, and it took a lot of time to write a program that complicated, and it's crazy complicated to write a program that complicated. You would think if you did that then first of all, you'd fix it where you could save it. Second of all, you'd fix it where it would look saved every time you come back to it. You would think you'd do that. Or at least I'm pretty sure I would. And then secondly, you'd also think you'd just use some common terminology like inputs and outputs. Now, I agree that, capture is sort of on the edge, but capture to me, you can capture your inputs and you can capture your outputs. You can capture anything, but they're using capture as a word for input. Now, I know some of you guys that are sound guys are going to think that's the right way to do it, but it's not to me. Input tells you exactly what it is. It's going in. Output is it's going out. If you just say it in basic, straightforward, black and white English, then it makes it a whole lot easier. That's been part of my learning curve. All the terms are different. And even all the stuff that it tells me to do, all the terms are different. When I get into those programs, it's not what they say. They tell me to click the input on the microphone number 1. Well, there's nothing in there that says input microphone number 1. In fact, it says capture auxiliary number 1. Well, I know that that's the microphone now, but when you don't know at all, it's ridiculous, just ridiculous. Let's see. Some people are saying it's perfect for me. It's in sync in the Netherlands. David Thorpe says, looks like one of those dubbed Chinese movies. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I've got it 350 milliseconds now, and that's close, I can tell, but it still needs some work. Oh, my gosh. David Thorpe says, not only did I fall off the diet wagon, I dragged into the woods and set it on fire and used the insurance money to buy donuts. Let's see. Wavy Gravy. My next door neighbor said to his wife, honey, let's go out and have a great time. Have some fun tonight. And she said, okay, but if you get home before I do, leave the hall light on. Let's see. Wade Hampton. Call me weird, Jerry, but okay, you're weird. But I have yet to actually see your video and audio being out of sync. I haven't ever seen it, even though I try really hard to see it. Well, I don't know how to explain it. I can see it here on my screen. It's still a little bit out of sync. It's close, but it's not perfect. David Tharp says, thumbs up anyway. Yeah, if you would, that does help. Andre WMCP, I help out at a dementia group, and they have handbells among other musical percussions for folks to use that triggers my tinnitus to a higher level. Earplugs help a little, so I sympathize. Yeah, the problem with me, if I put on earplugs or hearing, protection, it's just louder. It's almost like you just put your head in an echo chamber when you do that. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess they're all different, too. Everybody's different on that stuff. That's the way I've been hearing it. Bill Rhodes says, I don't notice any difference. Well, at least it's sort of working. And I got to at least say I kind of sort of understand some of it. I don't understand it all yet by any chance, but I kind of understand some of it now. Now, if I can figure out why, there's two things on here. One of them is the microphone that should have a level going back and forth. The other one is desktop audio is what it's called, and that's the one that's going back and forth. My microphone is not going back and forth, so something's probably not routed correctly in that regard. And that's why I think in that desktop audio, I have to turn it down while the videos are playing. Otherwise, you get the echo on the videos. So something's not right there, and I don't know how to fix that. It's nuts. But, at least, we might as well do this test. I was going to do this test, but I about gave up on it. But here is channel number 4. What I'm holding in my hand here is channel number 4, and that has never, ever worked. So I'm going to move this mic out of the way, and in fact, I'm going to turn it down. So I'm going to turn it down as I'm speaking so you can see that it's going down, hopefully. And now I'm going to flip the button up. I'm flipping the button up for channel 4. Can you still hear me? Channel 4 is now working. So let me know if channel 4 is finally broadcasting, because it never did before. So even if that's the only victory I've gotten, at least I've gotten a victory at least. Let me know. I see nothing moving on my screen. Have I lost everybody? That wouldn't surprise me. Yes, okay, it is working. So channel 4, so at least there is a victory, because that never worked. That didn't even work in Windows before. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm turning channel 4 back off and coming back to, oh my gosh. David Thor says, this is strange. On my phone, it's in sync, but on the TV, it's way out of sync. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how to explain any and all of that. The sync problem, I'm not even worried about, to be truthful. I mean, I at least have an idea how we can tweak that. We can kind of fix that eventually. It would be really cool if we could just get the stupid mics routed properly and get all that stuff routed right. Well, at least I got that working. Channel 4 never worked ever on, and that's 2 different machines. Keep in mind, it wasn't a hardware problem. As soon as I got the second machine, I knew it wasn't a hardware problem because channel 4 wasn't working. And I thought, there's no way they made 2 brand new machines and both of them have a problem with channel 4. There's no way. So I knew it had to be software. And for sure it is. And hopefully you could see how complicated that is. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg on all of this. Trust me, because there's that many settings inside of OBS, and there's that many settings. Well, there's not that many, but there's close to that many settings just in the normal Linux sound stuff. Yeah, it's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Let's see. Donna says, you won again. Well, marginally. I'll say marginally won again. Wavy Gravy. A friend of mine was so busy looking out for number 1 that he stepped in number 2. Wade Hampton, he's talking, Thorpe, mine is the exact opposite of yours. Okay. Paul Lanier, you are very synchronized in both image and sound. Visual is the best in fidelity ever. Well, that's good. That's good. I really just don't know what else to say about all of this. It's really frustrating. Like I said, it's frustrating just because it's so complicated. But where it really gets frustrating is once you get it set up and you get it working, well, you turn it all off, turn it back on, and it's just like you took a box of, anything, shook it up and throw it out on that's how it comes out. It comes out in random order every time. When you turn it back on, it's just random as it can be. That's really frustrating. Because you would think, surely, after you spend the time setting this all up, you would save it and it would be there. And it's not. That is really frustrating. I can't imagine how anybody else would cope with it any better than I'm coping with it. It's a pain in the neck. Wadeham says TV's in sync, but the phone's out. And Joe says, Houston, we have contact. Guys, I guess I'm going to let that be it. I think I'm going to go over in that chair and just cry for maybe 2 hours straight, and then at least get the Bobcat in the shop or something, because I am so frustrated. It's unbelievable. Wade says, the good news is that you're looking the best you ever have. The new camera rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the new camera. I like that. So far, anyway. You know how that goes. Just as soon as you think you got that done, here it goes. Wade says, okay. David Thorpe put something up there and then retracted. Well, guys, let that be it. Y'all take care. We will see you tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow. With the way things are going, I wouldn't blame you. We'll see you tomorrow with something else.